안녕하세요, 안녕하세요, hey you, it's Natalia, and today I want to show you guys what I'll be packing for my 2-week trip to South Korea this winter. I'm so excited to be going back to Korea this winter / fall. It's like the last week of November, first week of December, so is it winter or is it fall? Somebody tell me, somebody educate me, because your girl does not know. But anyway, I want to show you guys what I'll be taking with me in both my suitcase and my carry-on, so that the next time you are taking a fall / winter trip to South Korea, you have an idea of what you might want to take with you. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Go. So for this trip, I am taking 2 pairs of pants, 4 skirts, because last time I only took 1 and then so many of my pictures look the same. I know I'm taking quite a few bottoms on this trip, honestly more than I need, but I really only plan on wearing the skirts, and that's why I'm taking 4 of them, all of which match with all the sweaters that I'm taking, and hopefully the sweaters that I end up buying while I'm in Korea. But I don't feel comfortable enough with my skirts to not take any pants at all, because you know, sometimes you just feel like having material between your legs. Wow, that sounds really weird, but pants, I love them, so I'm gonna bring them even though I don't really plan on wearing them. I'm taking several undershirts this time. Last time I only took 2. This time I am taking 5. So I have 2 turtlenecks, this lace one, this regular white turtleneck, a navy undershirt from American Eagle, and then these 2, which are actually meant to keep you warm during the winter. So I'm taking those 2. So as you saw, I'm taking quite a few shirts to wear under my sweaters. So I would not recommend wearing a regular tank top like you might be able to do wherever you're currently living or where you are right now, simply because you will regret it. It gets really cold, and I found that even though you may be feeling really warm right here, as soon as some wind comes up your jacket, like your arms will be cold and you will literally hate yourself. Oh my god, it's so chuo. It's so chuo. So I'm taking several with me. I'm taking both regular plain t-shirts that have long sleeves, because those tend to do the trick for me, as well as some that are actually meant to keep you warm during cold temperatures. They're like called like heat tech stuff. I will leave some links down below for you guys so you can check them out. You can also look at long johns, which are basically what I'm wearing as leggings right now. They're supposed to go under your pants to keep your legs like extra toasty. Personally, I don't wear them because I don't like the extra pressure in my tummy area, because we all know I'm binge eating when I'm in Korea. But if you've never been to a place as cold as Korea and that's where you're going, I would suggest getting a few of the tops and some long johns, because I know people who literally die without them, aka my cousin, and people who are like me and can be wearing skirts in the winter and feel nothing. So I would definitely look at both of them, and there will be links for you down below. Since I'm taking so many skirts, I'm taking a lot of pantyhose or like tights. So here I have some that I have like obviously not worn. Here I have already worn some, and I put them in a bag to keep them from getting caught on anything while in my suitcase. And then for sleeping clothes, I just have 1 thin pair of pajama pants and 2 t-shirts. And then I'm taking 1 giant coat that's more like a trench coat. For accessories, I'm taking 3 bows. So I have these oversized bows that are going to be so cute for like taking pictures of the back of my head. I'm taking my Hmong headband. I know that's super army and a little extra, but we're hoping to go to Lotte World, and when you go to Lotte World, people tend to like wear little things on their head. Usually not BTS, but I mean, oh well. For jewelry, I'm using this little box that I got off Amazon. So I'm not taking too much because 1, I plan on buying jewelry when I'm there, and 2, I just tend to not change out my jewelry that much. So this is all I'll be taking. In terms of undergarments, I'm going to be taking 2 bras, including the one I'll be wearing on the plane, as well as 7 pairs of underwear packed, and then the pair that I'm wearing. So for this trip, all our Airbnbs are going to have washers, so I don't anticipate any issues with not having clean socks or delicates or shirts or anything like that. So I think I've packed just the right amount of clothes, given that I'm going to also buy some clothes once I'm there. So for shoes, I'm only taking 2 pairs of sneakers, my Adidas, because I literally live in these, and then my Vans that I wore in Korea last time. So as you guys know, I'm going in the winter. So you might be wondering, Natalia, why aren't you taking some snow boots or something? Well, when I went in January of this year, I was literally there the whole month and saw 0 snow. We went to literally every province of Korea with the exception of like wherever Sokcho is, and saw no snow. Woohoo! For
For this trip, I will be using my 28-inch Swiss Gear Energy suitcase. I've used this for a few international trips now, and honestly, it has changed my life. The wheels make such a difference, so I highly recommend this suitcase. I'll also be using these blue packing cubes that I got off Amazon. And as someone who has used both space bags and packing cubes, I can tell you the packing cubes are the way better option. Even though they don't suck out the air, you can use them over and over again, as where the space bags actually start letting air in the more you use them. And honestly, I found that the packing cubes don't actually take up that much more space compared to the airtight packing space bags.
Okie dokie guys, so we are almost done packing. As you might have noticed, this pair of pants did not fit in any of the cubes, which is totally okay because they're not going to move around that much compared to other items. I'm going to go ahead and rearrange these packing cubes according to what I think is makes the most sense. So let's do that.
Okay, so this is what my suitcase looks like right now. I have all my ginormous sweaters, my other sweater, and a few of the undershirts, my sleeping clothes in here, along with all my skirts, my pair of pants that didn't fit in that cube. My shoes are right here. I've put a few of the random accessory stuff here, so my tights, some of the bulkier socks, my jewelry, my little Hmong headband, my curling iron, which I didn't show you guys earlier, but my curling iron. And then you'll notice that I kind of have a lot of space. So on the side that's empty, I actually want to pack my jacket, this long trench coaty jacket. I know most people say, hey, wear it on the plane, but I don't want to wear it on the plane. I don't want to have to stuff it in the overhead bin. I'm not going to wear it during that 15-hour flight. It's just not happening. Also, the reason I didn't pack more clothes or more things, which it's very obvious that I could, is that I have a tendency to buy a lot of things, especially in Korea.
How many things have you bought from Korea?
Not enough. You can never take enough Korea home. So I want to make sure that space is available for all the souvenirs, all the language textbooks that I bring back with me, all the extra clothes. So I have packed my jacket. I have this little packing cube on this side that is empty. This is usually where I put my little knickknacks that I buy, like stationery, post-it notes, pens, and things like that. Like I was saying, I'll put my purse on this side once I figure out which one I want to take. But with the exception of that, everything is here. This is basically what my suitcase is going to look like when I take it to Korea. So this is everything that I will be putting into my carry-on. For my carry-on, I will be using a JanSport backpack. I prefer backpacks instead of rolly suitcase types of carry-ons because I don't want to have two suitcases. I'd rather have something I can carry on my back and then actually have my suitcase that I need to roll around with me. So I'll be fitting everything that you see here into this backpack. So let's start off with the toiletries. For toiletries, there are two bags I am taking. I have my makeup bag here with no liquid products in it, as well as my TSA approved clear bag. So this one here, I'm not actually taking with me. I'm going to be using the containers that you see here in the bag. I bought this for my trip to Japan, which we all know I didn't go to Japan. So I haven't actually put my face products in here yet because my trip to Korea is still a week away, but these will be going in here so that I will only be taking these two with me. For my makeup, I'm being extremely minimal. I don't tend to use very different colors anyway, so I'm trying to take as few products as possible. There you have it, folks, the contents of my makeup bag. I really am not taking that much. I have my one palette, so this is the Etude House Cherry Blossom palette. I have it in a bag because one of the lovely eyeshadows broke and I don't want it to get over everything or on everything, so I'm taking this. I have this little pencil case pouch that I have all my eyeshadow pencils, or not pencils, I'm sorry, brushes in, as well as my eyeliner and my eyebrow pencil. I know the beauty gurus out there are screaming that I'm treating my brushes this way, but I'm sorry. I'm a normal girl and I don't care. And then I have these little towelette cotton pads that I'm going to be using for my toner that I just stuck in here. So that is everything in my makeup bag. Now let's talk about toiletries. So this is almost everything I'll be taking with me in my toiletries bag. So here you'll notice I have two travel size toothpastes. I have two because I don't know if I'll have to be sharing with my cousin. I don't know. I have my acne medication that I'll be taking with me. I have a cream blush or a liquid blush that was sent to me by VT Cosmetics that I'll be taking. It's a very corally sheer colored blush, so I really like it. I'm going to be taking that with me. I have my liquid foundation from Estee Lauder. I also have these other items that don't necessarily need to be put in here, but I just kind of put them in there because it's just what made sense and I have space right now. So I have my cleansing towelettes to help me remove my makeup. I have one Crest whitening strip, you know, because you gotta have white teeth for the gram. And then I also have these oil absorbing sheets because your girl has an oily face. Next up, I have 2 little bottles of contact solution. I'm pretty sure I could make it on one for a 2-week trip, but you never want to be short of contact solution, so I'm taking 2 of these. I also have my deodorant. It doesn't necessarily need to go in this bag because it's not a liquid, but it just makes sense and I have space, so I'll put it here until I find out that I don't have space. Here, I'll be using these containers, one for my face wash, one for my shampoo, and then one for toner. Then I'll be using these little containers here. I'll be using several of them for my makeup remover that is more of a balm, like oil balm, and then this one for some moisturizer. And last but not least, this represents my toothbrush. So let's pretend that all fits because technically it does. Technically it fits. So this is what my toiletries bag will look like. So as a YouTuber who will be YouTubing her way through Korea, I have a few items that you may or may not need to take with you, but I'm gonna show you which ones I'm taking anyway. So I have quite a few selfie sticks that are also tripods that I'm taking with me as vlogging gear. So the first one is very heavy duty. I want to say it's almost 2 pounds, but it has this really nice base and it like makes a longer selfie stick than this Manfrotto one does. So I like using both of them when I'm vlogging, especially travel vlogging. So I'll be taking both of these with me. And then this tripod actually has some hardware that it comes with it to mount the camera to the top of the tripod. So that's what that is. I also have just a regular selfie stick because sometimes you and your girls just want to take a picture and make sure you're all in it and be an extra. So that's what this is for. I have my camera bag, which represents my camera, which I'm clearly using at the moment, but this will also be in my carry-on. I have my laptop and my charger for my laptop, and then I have all my electronics for my camera, charging cables, and everything else in here. In terms of chargers, if you're into photography or vlogging or anything, this will be relevant to you. So the first few things that I am taking are my camera chargers. I'm taking 5 batteries with me because you never want your camera to die while you're trying to vlog, right? So I'm taking this with me. I have my SD reader. I have all my SD cards here in this little pouch, as well as my camera batteries. I also have an external battery here that I'll be using to charge my phone because sometimes you're taking too many pictures to the gram or scrolling too much and you need a little extra charge. So I'm taking that with me. I'm also taking 2 sets of headphones just because nobody wants to be on a plane and then find out their headphones broke or something. So that's there. I have my charger for my phone. I have the block for my phone. I also have my external hard drive here just so I can be moving things from my SD cards over in case I run out of space. So there is one more thing that you're going to want to take with you if you're making a trip to Korea that I almost forgot to mention, but those are little adapters. So as you can see, Korean plugs are different. This is the US side, clearly, and then this is the Korean side. You're going to want to take a few of these with you. You're also going to want to check all your electronics, your hair tools, and things like that to make sure that they will actually work with the voltage in Korea. If they're not going to, you don't want to use it because it's going to explode. Alrighty, now it's time to get all this stuff in the backpack. So I'm going to start off with the larger section of my backpack. I'm going to start by putting in my electronics, so that would be all my little charging and SD camera accessories, my laptop here. I'll also be putting in all of these camera accessories. I know it's a little excessive, but hey, what can I say? I need them. I'll also be putting in these toiletries here in this next pocket. So it's not the large section that I just used for my electronics, but it's the section over. I like separating them because it's easier to find. Usually if I need these, I'm headed to the restroom or something like that. So I'm gonna put those there. And then these ones, since I literally forgot about them, I'm only going to be taking 2 in terms of putting them in my backpack. The rest of them are going to go in my checked bag because I don't need to be carrying them with me on the plane. So that's everything I will be taking with me as I fly off
this Friday. Make sure to check out this short playlist over here of my last trip to Korea so you have an idea of what you might want to do during your trip to Korea. Oh my gosh, please go to Korea. It's so much fun. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. So 다음에 봐요, guys. Bye!